Monday, August 20th, 2018, the Disney College Program applications dropped. Here's how this went down. On Monday the 20th and Tuesday the 21st, I was at my college for a welcome weekend event to help freshmen get acquainted to college. I have a leadership job on campus, so I had to be there then. With that being said, I did not have time to make a great application for Disney. I made a mistake and I should have made my updated resume and everything ready to go for the application. I didn't. With that being said, I spent the 20th and the 21st working on my application. I officially submitted it on Wednesday the 22nd. Typically with the application, a lot of people jump the gun and apply right away on Monday. So I'm like freaking out, like, oh my gosh. I submitted, it was around I think 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night that I submitted my application officially. It was in Disney's hands, it was in God's hands. I was like, here you go. I watched tons of videos on the Disney College Program, but not a lot on the application process. There are 3 stages when you apply or going through the Disney College Program application process. There's the normal application, there's the web-based interview, and then there is the there's the phone interview. So I'm going to go through all those stages and kind of go over what exactly happened with my specific story in each stage, and then basic information. On the application, you need to put if you want to do, like, rank your specific jobs. There's high interest, middle interest, low interest, no interest. I was really scared that Disney was going to be like, oh my gosh, she is not interested in everything. That means she doesn't want to work for us. That means we're going to throw her application out the door. No. I put high interest on children's activities and PHOTOPASS photographer. If you don't know what those are, children's activities like hang out with the kids at the pools, at the resorts, and like plays games with them and all this stuff. And PHOTOPASS are the people that take the pictures of families in the park and whatever, like in front of the castle on Main Street. There's like 50 of them with the characters. That person takes those pictures. That's PHOTOPASS. So again, the application is really just basic information about you. It's pretty much just putting your resume on there, saying which resort you would rather be at, if you would rather be at Walt Disney World or Disneyland, if you want to apply for Spring Advantage, and that's pretty much all it is. It's a lot of just basic information about you, and then it's a waiting game. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of research prior to the actual application, only on the program itself, not on the application. So I had no idea how long it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be 5 minutes. I didn't know if it was going to be 5 months. Okay, not 5 months. Not even a half hour later, I get an email back from Disney, and I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere, saying that I have moved on to the next stage. I did film a clip, and I'll put that in here. It's really embarrassing, but you know, memory. I just got an email saying I have my web-based interview. This is day 3 of the application. I can count 3. And so many people are still in like just received. Like, okay, I may not get at Disney, but at least like I made it this far. I really was not expecting to make it past this stage. I felt very unprepared. I felt like I waited too long. But I think it was good that I waited, because a lot of people are stuck and applied from the first day because everyone is applying all at once. Now that I know, I'm glad I waited. So August 23rd is when I took my web-based interview. Now the web-based interview is essentially a personality test. It's kind of to see if you if you and Disney are good for each other. So I was really nervous for the WBI because there's not a lot of videos on it. You have 3 days, I think it was 3 days, to take the WBI from the moment they send you your web-based interview. So I didn't want to take it the first day because I know I did no research on the application process. I'm like, heck no. I sat on my staircase because it's like closed, and I also kind of had to keep an eye on my dogs. So I sat there on my steps, very uncomfortable, had my laptop, and started it. So I'm taking it, and it is timed. Girl, it is timed. That was my worst nightmare. It's like, oh my gosh, if I don't answer all the questions, they're not gonna want me. What am I gonna do? That happened more than once. I think it happened twice that I just didn't answer the question, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And another thing with the web-based interview, this good old web-based interview, you will know, usually you know your fate right off the bat. Now, there's been a lot of applications deeper into the season. I think sometimes they hold off on your results, but normally you will just hit the next button, going through the same button. Like, it just says next, it never says like end, so you never know when the last question is. It's nerve-wracking. You get results pop up right on your page, whether you made it or not, in that moment. And so, your girl made it, and I cried. I don't know why. I was not expecting to. I am a crier, so it makes sense. I got my phone interview. I'm crying. Let's show up. I was so not expecting this. This was freaking hard. Like this, I never want to go through the web-based interview ever again, but... Okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye. Also insert, I'll put it right here, the little congratulations, you've moved on to the next stage. And the next stage is the last, ladies and gents. It is the phone interview. So with the phone interview, I watched a few previously, but I didn't go into much detail as I should have. Like, I didn't write down all the questions or really study the phone interviews. Oh boy, but when I moved on, I watched so many phone interviews. I probably could have given the interview myself. With the phone interview, you officially talk to Disney with voices. Talk to a Disney recruiter on the phone. On Wednesday, August 29th, I had my phone interview with a Disney recruiter. Now, when you schedule it, you can pick a time slot, and I know I want to do it sooner rather than later. Not too soon, because there was one like the next day, and girl wasn't prepared for that. But I waited a week and to watch all those videos that I'll never get that time back again, but I don't regret it. There's also this bomb blog that has almost 200 questions that they could possibly ask you. And I studied that, I made notes, and right here I will insert my area that I took my phone interview in, and all the papers and sticky notes that I put of all possible questions to be prepared. I did not really rely on those at all. I relied on them to write down my questions for them at the end. I had the this is embarrassing. I had the outline script for like the beginning when they like say hello, blah 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 blah. I had all that written down, so I knew word for word what I'd say for the beginning. Now, the stuff on the window you saw, that is all like, it was organized a specific way, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but they were specific questions for like my resume and like my job experience. And so I didn't rely on that wall as much. I did a little bit, but I just want to have it in there in case my mind went blank and I freaked out. I had the most wonderful Disney recruiter I could have hoped for. She was great. I was really nervous about who I'd get. And honestly, why would I do that? Because it's Disney. I don't, like, they should all be nice. Like, don't overthink it, guys. Her name was Elizabeth. She was so great. Now, my phone interview was not the normal interview that most have. And what I mean by that is the normal questions they ask you in the beginning, I was not asked. Which is why I thought I flopped my phone interview. I thought I was done for. When I was over, I went to my parents. I'm like, that's it. I didn't get it. I was stressed. I will put up my full phone interview. It's embarrassing as heck, but that's okay. I know those helped me a lot, and so I want to be able to put those on the internet for y'all. So the questions she didn't ask me are, have I lived with roommates, and then how did I handle any issues if I had. Now, I was really, I was set on that one. I never lived on a college campus or in a dorm or anything, but I had lived at a camp with a lot of people in one building. So And it was 3 months. I worked there and I hardly ever came home. He said she didn't ask me that, so I'm like, okay, that's weird, because that's normally like the first question after, like, on the phone interview they'll like say the normal questions like, is this your name, is this officially the school you go to, is this your major, yada 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 yada. They go over Disney look a little bit, and then they move on to normally it's the roommates. And I didn't have that. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but okay. And another question they normally ask is like, have you had problems with guests before? Anything along the lines of like working with difficult people, or what you would do in those situations. And I didn't get that question either. I'm like, what is this? Am I being punked? Is this a prank? Is this really a Disney recruiter? After that, they went over like a lot of questions I haven't heard before. Like there was one that was like, cause I applied for PHOTOPASS, if you had to go in like, it was like knee deep or waist deep water, would you be comfortable with that, or something like that? And I had worked at camp, so I'm like used to being around water, so I wanted to see why not. Just a phone interview. She told me it could be either up to like a couple weeks or like a whole month. You'll hear in October. The latest you can hear is October, I think she said. And I was like, in my head I'm thinking, good lord, I can't wait that long. So after that, shortly after, they started doing test waves, and they did one test wave, which it was not going to be a lot of people. I think they said like it could be less than 50 or less than 100. Like it was little compared to how many they let in the program. It was not a lot. And a lot of the ones they accepted that day were like for smaller roles, like bibbidi bobbidi what. Woke up. I went to bed at 4 a.m. and then I woke up at like 10:40 or something. And just from like adrenaline rushing, and then I got tweets off notifications that they're gonna be dropping some offers. So like I can't fall back asleep, but I don't think they'd offer me anything yet, just because I had my interview last night. Interview stage, nothing different. I didn't think I would get accepted that day, and I didn't, which was okay, and it was expected. The next wave was a big one, and waves just mean like they sent out acceptance letters, and it was big, so I was like, alright, maybe this is my chance. I just had it. Nothing. Currently at school, I'm about to leave, so it's kind of weird being in public filming myself, but it's fine. So slow down, sir. I'm vlogging. But yesterday they started giving out the first wave, and they started with Z's, and they're working backwards in the alphabet. Kirk was, and now today they're showing forwards at A, and so the middle, they left off at M yesterday, so they kind of just like, let's start at the beginning, and so the middle of the alphabet last names, including myself, were like, what? Then one of the other recruiters started at M today, so they're kind of just coming into a sandwich, kind of like they put up a Lady and the Tramp gifs for the kiss, so like the sandwich is coming together. So they're at K, which is really close to my last name, so I'll keep you guys updated. I really hope they get through everyone today. I literally can't do this, and they just got to K's like 5 minutes ago, so we'll see what happens. Like, I feel like if they know that you're going through or not, I wish they would just tell you straight from the get-go and not make you wait. Like, I'd rather just get the no over with. But if it is a yes, I'd also like the yes sooner rather than later. I don't know. You never know how, like, I didn't know it was gonna, like, make me this obsessive over knowing the results, but, like, it is. And, like, I couldn't even focus in class because all I did was refresh my phone. I'm not supposed to be on my phone, so I was, like, sneaky doing it, and I'll keep y'all updated. They had another wave, still not accepted. And they did an NLIC wave, which means no longer in consideration. And that was the day I was like, just don't email me. Literally, I don't want to see Disney's name once. At this point, I had waited 26 days. And then this next wave came. The 26th day was this wave. And I was at the point where I was obsessing over it way too much, more than I thought I would. So I stopped watching Disney videos all around, even just normal vloggers. I had been trying to watch a lot of program videos just to like be ready for if I was accepted. But I realized that was doing more harm than good. So I stopped. I couldn't even watch, like, if you know Jim Trackers, he lives with his wife in Florida, the Trackers, and they go to theme parks all the time, and they do Florida stuff all the time. And I watched them pretty frequently, and I just stopped them too. Like, I literally I couldn't watch anything Disney related. Movies? Nope. I couldn't watch any of that. Or anything that reminded me of Florida, I couldn't. This is probably a week that I've been doing this. And there's also a Facebook page for people that are applying for the program, so everyone can kind of talk to each other, try to find roommates. You remember when they were doing the letter things, they were like doing it. So I was like, I was always trying to figure out the letters and where they were, and like, are they at my last name yet? Oh my gosh, and that was doing hard too. Like, I literally never put my phone down. I was stalking Disney stuff all the time, and it was not healthy, y'all. I cut off Disney. That was the best decision I made. I was accepted that way. That I eventually stopped, and I think it's better if you do it that way, and you kind of like just live your everyday life, and if you get accepted, it's meant to be. If not, there's always next time. I know I wanted to apply way back when, and I'm glad I didn't, because I know I was not maturely ready, just personally ready. I know with life, it was not a good time, and I feel matured and changed in a good way enough where I'm ready to do this now. Timing is key with literally everything in life. I mentioned this, Disney recruiters normally tweet little updates. There's a recruiter that passed away during this application process, and I was so excited to potentially meet him when we were down there. Then Disney took a week off for that. Finally, I noticed that the recruiters had finally been posting again, and so I knew there was a wave going on. I wasn't completely in the dark, but I know I didn't want to obsess over it like I was. September 24th. It was a Monday. I was going through my normal day, had media class, I had another class, I had a class I taught as my student leadership, with my student leadership position, and then I had my last class of the day, writing class. And if my friends are watching this, especially the two that are in that class, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I totally didn't tell you, and I'm sorry. I was sitting in class, and this is a class you're not allowed to be on your phone in, and if she sees you with it, you're called out. So it's the very start of class, and so I'm starting to put my phone away, and I see an email. I'm like, you can either get notified on your actual like Disney account on their website, through email or through text. Now, I swear I signed up for the text notification, so I really was expecting that. I was sitting in class and saw that I had an email notification. Now, I was really expecting the text notification, but I was like, you know, maybe, just maybe, it is Disney. And so I was trying to make it real quick because she was about to start class. And so like I scroll down on my phone, because like, you know, phone, if you scroll, I have a Samsung, so if you scroll down you get your notifications, and it said Disney, and it said congratulations. And I was like, it can't be. So I was literally trying to keep my cool. I didn't want to tell anyone yet. I really want to just keep it to myself right now and try and make sure this wasn't a spam or fake, or I don't know why everything I thought was fake. So I click on the email, and I'll put again right here what I got, and I'm like, this is happening. And I didn't want to text my family or anything, like I want to tell them in person. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, wait, with the acceptance, you get your role. You aren't able to click on the link on my, at least I wasn't on my phone, I wasn't able to click on the link to see what my role was. I went on my computer, I logged into my Disney account, and I saw my role. I don't know how I kept my cool in this class. And class started at this point. You're allowed on your laptop as long as you're doing stuff for class. I went on my computer, logged in, scrolled down, and lo and behold, my role for the spring 2019 Disney College program. I will be a PHOTOPASS photographer. I have footage I'm gonna insert right now. The first one I'm gonna put is with my dad. He was at this story in time. We've moved on from class. I was getting in the car with him. I get in, and I'm like, I have to tell him. How do I tell him? I need to film it on my phone, but I also need to show him. So how am I gonna film, and how am I gonna do this? I have my laptop with me, so I pulled my laptop up, and I had my like, you were accepted pulled up, the thing that I showed on the side, and I filmed it on my phone really badly. I didn't want it to be obvious, but I was also like so uncomfortable at vlogging. We're gonna get better at that.
Are you kidding me? What? Uh-oh. How long have you known?
Today?
The next clip is of my mom. Now, I made the mistake of I was coming home from work and I dressed in all Frozen clothes. Now that was probably a dead giveaway to a mom. It was. So I run out there. We also had a family friend over at the time. And I run out and I'm like, hey. And she goes, you got accepted, didn't you? And I'm like, Dad, did you tell her? And she's like, no. Wait, how did you know? Literally, moms know everything.
Also a job.
That's character.
Pictures, kids. Kids.
No.
Pictures.
Yeah.
So you know when you go to a park and they're like, let me take your picture.
This next clip is like telling my friends, a few of them, I didn't film all of them. Honestly, it was a flop trying to film reactions. So I just wanted to let you know, I love your music.
I got accepted to the Disney College program.
I'll show you something, okay?
Did we do a dance for you?
Oh, he is.
What's the dance?
I was gonna say Gaston, because that's so his character.
Is that the light stick thing from Beauty and the Beast? You know the stick, right? Oh no, it's the clock, right? It's the clock, right? Not the clock.
Hey everyone, I'm Izzy and I am reviving my YouTube channel. I'm a film major and I've been wanting to create more creative content and I'm using the DCP as a stepping stone to do so. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications to be notified every time I upload, go ahead, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.